Hey guitar players, I'm Sean and welcome to today's Guitar Beginner's Guide. Today's video is a continuation of the previous video that I did, which was introducing the F and the B chord. I introduced those chords, kind of talked about some of the difficulties that people will encounter with them, and some practical solutions to make them sound great. However, those chords were kind of the adapted, or what some people call the beginner's versions of those chords. And today I want to talk about the full-blown versions of these chords, which are bar chords. Now, just a little note on that, I'm not going to talk all about bar chords and all the different kinds today. I'm going to focus solely on the F and the B, and I'll do a separate video down the road all about bar chords. Now also, I just want to say thank you for all the comments and emails that I got, and people letting me know, how they handled the chords themselves, some of their difficulties, and I really, really appreciate that. Now, if you're brand new to the F and the B chord, I would suggest that you go back and check out the previous video. The link will be below. Otherwise, let's get down to it. Let's start off with our favorite chord, the F. All right, so here's my F chord. That's what it looks and sounds like. And the obvious challenge with this guy right off the top is what's happening with our first finger. So it is pushing across or barring all of the strings at the first fret. Whereas with the previous F that we did, the getting started version, we were just pushing down the 2. So now it's going across all 6. All right, so the first finger at our first fret across all 6 strings. Try not to be too close to the nut. The strings are much more difficult to push down the closer to the nut you are. Try to get close to the fret piece itself, to the fret wire. All right, so first finger across all 6 strings. My second finger goes on my 3rd string at my 2nd fret. My 3rd finger goes on the 5th string at the 3rd fret. And then the pinky, my 4th finger, goes on the 4th string at the 3rd fret. Now the bar that I'm doing with my first finger, this is what's known as a full bar. A full bar means that you're doing all of the strings. You have it draped across. But here's some good news for you. If I play my chord, and if I kind of take these fingers away, if you look on the side view here, you'll notice my finger is not straight on like that. I'm actually I've got a little bit curved, and I'm kind of pushing down here and I'm pushing right here on like the 2nd and 1st string. And what I'm doing is this. I am really not pushing at all on these middle-ish strings here, because like on my 5th, my 4th, my 3rd string, because these fingers in front, well, I mean, nothing would sound there anyway because the sound's coming from whichever fret is highest onward. So in other words, I'm saving a lot of energy in my hand by not forcing and pushing all of them down. Now, that works for me. That may or may not work for you, but I would suggest that you give it a try. And it's basically, well, it's very economic in terms of power. Now, of course, down the road, depending on what you're playing, yes, you do want to be able to bar across all of those strings and have them sound out. But in a case like this, you could totally get away with it. So the chord that we learned last time, this version, in other words, all that is really just the top part of this chord. So you see what I mean? So it's really just an abbreviation. It's kind of like the higher sounding part of this. Okay, so the difference in sound, yeah, you can hear that this one has much more kind of bottom end to it because we've got these incorporated. Now another way to kind of look at the F chord is, well, check out what I'm doing with these 3 fingers here with my 2nd, my 3rd, my 4th finger. That configuration looks an awful lot, well, actually looks exactly like an E major chord. Because it is. But what the deal is, instead of using fingers 1, 2, and 3 like this, I'm using 2, 3, and 4. So F is just like an E chord, kind of moved up a fret, and then your finger is actually taking over the job of what the open strings was doing before. Let's move on to the B chord, but just before we do, if you're enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. That really helps me a great deal, and thank you in advance. And I also have a newsletter that you can sign up for. All the links are down below. And let's do this. Let's move on to B. So the beginner B chord, or the modified B chord that we played last time, looks and sounds like this. And really the only difference between this and the full B chord, the barre chord B chord, is I am taking my first finger and I'm just going across 5 strings like this. So I'm not playing the 6th string in this case, okay? This would be what's known as technically as a partial bar, because I'm not going across all of the strings. But nonetheless, there it is. So it's a bit richer sounding because it's got that low B note in it. So from that to that. Alternatively, this is another great way to play the B chord. And as a matter of fact, probably 9 times out of 10 I go to play the B chord. I'll do that. Well, it always depends on what's going to come next, of course. But this is just another way to do it. Now, the thing with this is, as you can see on the side view here, is I am barring these 3 strings now with my 3rd finger. So you need to be able to kink this finger, like relax it, and let it bend at this joint right here. So in other words, like that. Okay? And if you are unable to do that, this may not work for you, or you'll just have to kind of work your way, like try it because if it's new, and just kind of work your way into it. Okay? This doesn't, for me, it doesn't work if I'm doing the abbreviated version. That's too strange, but we're all different. You may find that that works great. Now, another alternative here, you can play the B chord like this, and then just don't play the 1st string, or purposely touch it with your finger, giving you okay? But you want to watch out if you're doing this version, if you're doing the one where you're barring your 3rd finger, make sure that you're not barring across all 4, because then you end up with this note that doesn't belong to the chord, and it ends up sounding like that. Now, whether you're playing an F or a B chord, watch out for what's up with the thumb. Myself, when I play, my thumb looks kind of like this. If I take the guitar away, that's what my hand kind of looks like. Be cautious of doing things like this, because that kind of forces your fingers to go that way. See what I mean? When I push down, and maybe do things that you don't want them to do, and it can get quite uncomfortable. We don't want to make this more difficult than it needs to be. So same goes for if I'm really gripping the guitar hard. Now, don't confuse that with the thumb hanging over, because sometimes people have very large hands, and of course the thumb just hangs over because they've got big hands, right? But what I'm getting at is that you're not like gripping the life out of the guitar like this, because that kind of misshapes your fingers and angles your wrist in a weird way, and just makes it more difficult. Okay, so something like this. So there you go. I hope that that helps. Barre chords are never easy in the beginning. I mean, well, they're not even easy ever, but you will get the hang of it, and you'll get some nice clear sounds out of all this. And again, I'm Sean, and we'll see you next time. Take care.